Well, hi. Today is Thursday, July 3rd, 2025. I'm Todd Studer, and this is Morning Coffee. I went over to Jarvis Quality Meats and Treynor yesterday for their ribbon cutting, and if you'd like to see some highlights from that, we have it on our other show, Local Roots, as my voice is cracking this morning. It's heat. We're just going to call it the heat. I recently picked up some trace mineral packets from my friend Bambi at Bambi's Green Acres on South Main and Council Bluffs, and they help. They've been a big help, and that's just me giving Bambi a free plug. And I hope that we just flood her whole shop there with new business. I would love to be able to see that. So if you would like to see the ribbon cutting, it's on the Local Roots show, which comes out every Monday through Friday at 8, with the exception of tomorrow, because tomorrow's July 4th, and I'm taking the day off along with you. How about that? So I'm looking forward to having a 3-day weekend. On today's show, you got me. No guest today, but I was thinking earlier about some of the different routines that I have and the processes that I do. And one of the things that I do is when I get up in the morning and I make my coffee and I pull up some business podcasts, and not necessarily strictly for business. A lot of them are just more inspirational. And I wrote down several quotes from a lot of different videos that I like to watch. And I thought that I would tell those quotes to you, credit who actually said them, and then how they apply to what it is that I'm doing. Because here's the thing. Small business owners wear a lot of hats. I wear every hat. As of right now, I don't have any employees. So that's how this works, is if it gets done, I'm the one doing it. One of the people that I listen to that flies in opposition of everything that he says, you need to quickly get out of that. And I'm going to tell you about that coming up here in just a few minutes too. But this is how I set the tone for my day. It gets my mind thinking on the right things, and hopefully that can translate into a productive day. This is my routine, and I'm going to just share a little bit of that with you today on Morning Coffee. Want to say thank you on this July 3rd, day before Independence Day, to the wonderful sponsors that we have on the program. I'm going to talk about them a little bit and about their why, because a lot of these are small businesses too that have elected to support what it is that we're doing here, because in these small communities, whether it is here in Council Bluffs or some of the other smaller communities around Pottawatomie County, Mills County, you go up to down to Montgomery, to Cass, Harrison County, wherever it is around Southwest Iowa, we are all sharing a lot of experiences. I saw this yesterday in Treynor at Jarvis Quality Meats. This was their grand opening. This was their first day, and they were having a really solid day because not just people they knew, but also other folks were coming in to purchase beef and chicken and pork products from them, because they want to support a new business that's in town. That's what happens in these smaller communities, is that we support those that are doing business there. So that's just part of what we're going to be talking about today. So again, thank you to all of the businesses, including Home Care Advocacy Network. So if you know someone who needs in-home care, Home Care Advocacy Network can help you maintain your own privacy in your own space while still receiving care and support with a personalized touch. Aging in place can be critical for many people. Home Care Advocacy Network can meet those needs with an understanding that assisted living is best at home. HCAN of Southwest Iowa brings the personal touch to care at home in Council Bluffs, Glenwood, Red Oak, Clarinda, all the surrounding communities. Visit hcan.com/Southwest Iowa to learn more. Nikki Black is the person running the show over there, and she is just a wonderful cheerleader of the community. She's a wonderful advocate for what we do here, and I'm very thankful that they have come on as a sponsor. Also, another great sponsor, George Ivanov with The Best Wrestler. You know, if you have a young person in your home looking to elevate their wrestling game, no better place to go, in my opinion, the best wrestler in Council Bluffs, where champions are forged. Founded by George and his father, elite coach Ivan Ivanov, the club is built on three pillars: wrestling, academics, and career. Trained with the world-class coaches who've produced Olympians, world champions, and national title holders, their state-of-the-art facility at the Iowa West Fieldhouse offers programs for all ages and skill levels. So whether you are aiming for the podium or maybe it's just personal growth, the Best Wrestler is your path to excellence. Go to thebestwrestler.com to learn more. Another big supporter of what we do here, and in fact, she has been a supporter going back to any harebrained idea I ever came up with. That's Sue Pitts, and she's out with her own business now called Just Sue Creative. This business is designed to help you with your online marketing, such as website design, search engine optimization, content creation, marketing, everything you need to take your company to the next level. Sue has a passion for small businesses, helping them thrive in this digital world. Go to her website, justsuecreative.com, and schedule a free consultation. You do that by clicking on the free consultation button. Again, that website is justsuecreative.com. All right. So as I said, I get up in the morning, I make coffee, and I start pulling up videos. Sometimes it's just audio, but also often it is video. And one of them that I listen to frequently is Ed Milet. Ed's been doing this for a very long time. He's had a lot of success at it. And one of the things that really struck home with me recently was his quote that says, "Your identity is the thermostat for your life. You will never outperform your self-image." And he went on to explain what that meant, that if we start to achieve more than what we truly believe about ourselves, we're going to subconsciously start to unravel it. And he's right. I have done it. I know for a fact that that is true. And I don't know. I think Ed knows just how much effect he has on people with some of the things that he talks about, and how he's changing lives just from his career. That one stuck with me hard. I've got a couple other quotes here from him as well, and both of those, they kind of tie into the same thing. Here's one. It says, "You don't get your goals, you get your standards." Yeah. I mean, that's, again, it goes back to what do you believe about yourself? And that is where we stop. We may want more, but unless we truly believe that that's what we're capable of and that's what we deserve, and that is where our standards are, we're not going to get there. And the most important opinion in your life is the one you hold of yourself. Boy, that is just so true. Again, those are quotes from Ed Milet. Here's another one. This gentleman, originally from Canada, moved down to the United States, and he's lived in several places around the country. His name is Dan Martell. And here's one that from his book, Buy Back Your Time. "If you're not building a life, you're just making a living." And that is very, very true. And the other quotes fall right into that. "Delegate the tasks that drain your energy so you can spend more time in your genius zone." This is where I'm talking about, that me doing everything on my own. This is, you would not agree with that at all and say, you need to work as quickly as you can to stop doing that, because I have skills that some things I'm better at than others. So if I can find a way to get the things that I'm not as good at into the hands of someone that's better than me, then that frees up my time to work on the things that I am really good at, such as this. Growth isn't about adding more. It's about removing the right things. And he's right. Sometimes subtraction is actually addition. Simon Sinek. A lot of you have heard of him. People don't buy what you do. They buy why you do it. And I had a very good friend of mine tell me this not that long ago. He said, I didn't purchase things from you because of what it was you were doing. It was because of who you are. And that stuck with me and probably will stick with me for the rest of my life. Here's another quote from Simon Sinek. "Working hard for something we don't care about is called stress. Working hard for something we love is called passion." I love to do this. I love talking into a microphone. I don't love talking into a camera, but that's the next generation, and I will get better at it. I'm still a little fidgety, if you will. You can kind of see at times. Here, let me show you something right here. See this? This is usually below the camera. I'm sitting here doing this all the time while I am talking to you. So it's down here. And while I'm doing that, every once in a while, yep, camera starts shaking because I get a little rambunctious with it because it's just, I'm uneasy with the camera. I'm not comfortable with it yet. And I've been doing this show for almost a year and I'm still not comfortable with it. But you know what, let's just go ahead and jump into this part. When I first started this show, I know that I mentioned this on a previous episode several months ago. I didn't know what I was going to talk about later that week. I think I had content for the first 2 shows figured out. And after that, I wasn't sure. And I'm doing a daily show every day. I'm coming up with something new. And that is, it's something that scares a lot of people when they start thinking about doing podcasts. And I was just talking with someone the other day about this, that she's thinking about getting a podcast started, thinking about it so much that she's already got all of the equipment that she needs. She just hasn't started yet. And a couple of things I told her. One, you need to find a reason to do it other than how many people are listening, because that's not something you can control. You can only control the work that you're putting into it. And also commit. I said, if you're not willing to commit to at least a year, don't even try, because there is another quote that I just saw recently that's not on my list today. And so I'm not 100% certain who said this. I apologize for not getting to be able to put the attribution on the right place. But it was, nobody fails. They just quit before they win. And oh man, that is a powerful, powerful quote. Just don't stop. If you believe in what you're doing, then you don't quit, you learn. If it's not working, then you have to learn to figure out a better way of doing it. You know, there are so many different successful people out there in so many different fields. It's not as if it can't work. It's just, what are you willing to do? And that, as I said, that one really stuck with me. Here's another guy that I really like, and I started listening to him more because he is he's like the ultimate social media coach. It's Gary V. Vaynerchuk is his full name, but everybody just calls him Gary V. And a couple of quotes from him: "Skills are cheap, passion is priceless." And yeah, it doesn't matter how good you are at something. If you don't believe in it and you're not passionate about it, you're not going to come anywhere near the success that you could with that passion being there. And another quote from him is, "Legacy is greater than currency." It's not about the money. And he talks about that a lot. It's about living your best life right now. As I'm doing this show, I have goals for this show. I have goals for the company. I have goals for my life and things that I want to do. But if I'm missing the journey, you know, every day that goes by is one less day I have. So you need to enjoy the right now. And that's what I think Gary Vee is talking about. Mel Robbins, have you heard of her? She's great. Here's one from Mel. "You are never going to feel like doing the hard things. Do them anyway." Yeah, that one stuck with me too on the first time I heard that. And here's another one that I was just talking about when I got this show going. "Start before you're ready. Don't prepare, begin." Now, that can be a little misleading. It's not as if you don't need to put your ducks in a row and give yourself the best starting point that you can. But if you're waiting for the perfect time to start a new business, that time's never coming. It's not going to happen. It's that perfection that you think you need to get to, it's never going to be here. Get comfortable with failure. The more often you fail, the more often you learn, and the faster you get to success. That's how the process works. And of course, the godfather of them all, Tony Robbins, let's get a few quotes from him. Success leaves clues. People who succeed consistently are doing something specific to create results. Chances are, whatever it is that you're doing, someone has already done it, and they've already succeeded at it. And take a look at what they did. I'm not saying copy them. We don't need another carbon copy of something, but look deeper at their processes and the way that they got there, and follow that. There's a path that has already been forged. And that's the next thing that he talks about, is that path. It says the path to success is to take massive, determined action. I'm not sure if it was Tony Robbins or someone else who said a goal without action is a wish. You haven't done anything by setting a goal. You haven't done anything by writing a business plan. Until you actually start putting everything into action, nothing's happened. And I think that's what he's talking about there. Here's another one. To do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten. You can't expect different results by following the same path. You got to try something different. That's where the failure part comes in. You don't like failure? Good. Learn from it and get better the next time. Also, it's not about the goal. It's about growing to become the person that can accomplish the goal. Oh, wow. Is that powerful or what? If I'm not the person that can achieve something, then it doesn't matter how big of a goal I have. I have to believe that I am that person before I have a chance at achieving it. And in life, you either need inspiration or desperation. That again from Tony Robbins. And that's true. I've been very, very inspired and put out some great stuff. And I've also been very, very desperate. And for me personally, I do my best work when I'm under the gun, when I am really feeling a deadline. I think that's what made me good at radio, because radio is just one constant deadline. The song's ending, you have to say something. The commercial break is ending, you have to say something. All of these things in that industry held my feet to the fire, and I think that's what made me good at it. So again, these are just some of the things that I use, and some of them I write on my mirror, so I see them every morning. That as I'm standing there shaving or brushing my teeth, they're right there, putting that stuff into my mind, and it helps to be able to keep going, keep driving. It's not about motivation. It is about the grind. I don't always feel motivated. That's the hard truth. There's days that I just don't feel like it. I've done this show sick. It's there's times that I'm not what I feel as good as I should be. But something else that I have found is that when I'm feeling that way, typically, those are my best shows. Those are the ones that get the most views. They get the most feedback. They get the most interaction with people, because I think I'm letting some guard down and being more honest about who I am, why it is that I do it. And that's what people can relate to. And that's why I watch these videos and listen to these podcasts that I do, because they're being real. They're passing on information. There's so much information out there to help you achieve what it is that you want to achieve. Just go diving in. Take a look. These are just some of my favorites, but there's countless others, and maybe some that you have listened to or watched. I'd love for you to let me know. So just leave a comment wherever you're watching this show, and I'd love to be able to check out some people that inspire you along your journey. Someone else that inspires me is Carol Horner. Carol is a local author, and she wrote a book called The Spiral of Accountability. This is about being really honest with yourself. So if you're feeling stuck in uncertainty, conflict, or miscommunication, Carol's book, The Spiral of Accountability, can help you break free from the fog that clouds decision-making and relationships. Learn how to recognize negative cycles, shift your mindset, and build a culture of clarity and collaboration at work, at home, and in life. So if you're ready to spiral up, get your copy on Amazon, or better yet, go directly to spiralofaccountability.com and you can start your journey to a healthier, more productive team. When you need precision metal fabrication done right, look no further than Foxco Fabrication in Council Bluffs. Custom welding, large-scale manufacturing, bringing your ideas to life with expert craftsmanship and cutting-edge technology. Could be industrial, could be commercial, could be custom fabrication. They're going to get the job done on time and built to last. Take a look at some of the projects they've already done. It might inspire you for a new type of project that you could use their help with. Go to foxcofab.com to learn more. And Service Master Restore by Schmader knows it can be hard to get back to normal when you've suffered serious property damage due to flooding, fire, or smoke, and you may also be left with all sorts of questions about how to get your home or business back to normal. Service Master Restore by Schmader will restore your space by offering quality commercial and residential restoration services in Council Bluffs and the surrounding area. That's Service Master Restore by Schmader. As I said, we will not have a show for the 4th of July. I'm taking Friday off. I hope you're taking Friday off. Enjoy the long weekend, and I'm looking forward to seeing you back here on Monday. My name's Todd Studer. Happy Independence Day.